56. Catalogue number 614, Birdie Hole Nigella, exhibited by the Birdie Hole Stud. Third, catalogue number 619, Romery Nikita, exhibited by Robin Nobbs, Romery Limousins. And fourth is catalogue number 621, Red Rock Adele, exhibited by the Goldcrest Limousins. I'll now ask our judge, Mr. Graham Wicks, to comment on this class.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd just like to express my gratitude and what a great honour it is to be out here to judge the Limousin cattle this morning. I'm job. I thank the RNA councillors, the Cattle Council, and the great job they do here every year. But I'd also like to pay tribute to you, the exhibitors, and the mighty lineup of cattle you've presented here today for us. And a great spectacle it is. And a great spectacle it was to Sucker Breed, and it's very industry relevant as on Wednesday, the percentage of carcass cattle in the competition the other day. The refined end of the conformation and constitution. I believe this heifer has both and has the female attributes that I'm looking for, the refinedness as opposed to some of the others down the line. Great capacity in that heifer, and I think the example of the sort of breed that I'd like to see. The heifer I've got in second place here, the little black heifer. Again, a nicely refined heifer, great neck extension, and fine through the front end, good in the shoulders, and follows right through. Both these heifers are showing adequate development for the Limousin Society to bring a good...
And I believe...
Welcome to the 2018 Walking Show. We will be starting at 9:30, so that's just under 15 minutes. We will have the class 1 83 class 297 at 8 We also like to take the opportunity
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll notice that some of the entries in this class aren't per round. Lavallo Nino's Impact, exhibited by Melbourne Vale Nigella, exhibited by MK Cattle.
And over their shoulders, I like in our females, I like to see a high chine indicator, which I think is desirable, as I said, and I think will grow.
636 parading, and you'll note, as I mentioned earlier, some of these months. First, catalogue number 636, King Creek Nigella, N501, exhibited by King Creek Limousins. And second, catalogue number 635, Oakwood Hot Summer, exhibited by Bill Goach. I'll ask our judge, Mr. Graham Wicks, to comment on the class.
Yeah, thank you, Bill. Again, I believe this female is the most shows the most female traits and the angularity that I'm looking for in the females, and I believe will make a true. Probably doesn't have quite as much udder development under there. Class.
Now is Limousin Heifer, 16 months and under 80. Catalogue number 641 has been. 259, the Limousin heifer, 16 months on the Charisma. Third is catalogue.
Yeah, outfit for me, not me for them. And too much feeding doesn't go a long way with me. So the heifer on top I've got here, this heifer caught my eye fine, and I think will do a great job for the breeders. Thank you.
Under 20 months, and we second, catalogue number 647, MK Cattle Nutella. Wicks will now comment class.
In heifers here, and that's what got her up to the top. Heifer in second place here, just a slightly different type of heifer, but it was a toss-up between second and third, and she's quite a different type of heifer, I suppose. If you were down the back line then, don't feel bad, because any one of you could have been there.
Thanks, Graham. We move now to the judging of the Junior Champion Limousin Heifer for 2018, the Willowbank, and we have Mr. Andrew Cooper here this morning to present that. The Reserve Champion receives a trophy donated by Downfall Limousins at Stanthorpe, and we have Pauline Grant from downfall limousines here to make that presentation in a short time. Champion is catalogue number 623. The
Exhibitors on honourably board. The heifer I've got in reserve, champion here, I respect to the body.
the Junior Limousin Bull and Class 261. That's an eye muscle area of 84 square centimetres. Catalogue 653 weighs 441 kgs with a daily gain of 1.39 kilos. P8 and rib fat measurements of 7 and 4 millimetres. An eye muscle area of 94 square centimetres. And catalogue area of 101 square centimetres. Class 261 Limousin Bull, 8 months and under 12 months. First, catalogue number 653, Flemington Ninja N65, exhibited by KR and TL Falkenhagen. Second, catalogue number 651, our judge.
Noted for our yield of carcass over the years. The calf in second place here, slightly different type to the first fella, but it was the structural correctness of this second calf that got him out of the bull in third place. Powerful calf here, and I admire the length of this bull, and the if you look at the statistics of him, terrific eye muscle and still with good fat cover. Great lineup of bulls. Thank you.
We now move to class 262, which is a Limousin Bull, 12 months and under 14 months, and we have catalogue number 57. Of 7 and 5.41 kilos. P8 and rib fat measurements of 13 and 7 millimetres, and an eye muscle area of 114 square centimetres. And catalogue number 659 weighs 526 kgs with a daily gain of 1.26 kilos. Class 262, Limousin Bull, 12 months.
Deficiency or taking away from the genetic pool, but you've done that without compromising the essence of a Limousin sire. And this fella on top here, and it's not just because he's the heaviest and biggest bull in the class, he's a cracking calf. He's got
Mr. Graham with.
and the impact that I think this is a great calf.
Exhibited by Warrigal Limousins. Second, catalogue number 666, Gender View Noah, exhibited by Gender View Limousin Stud. And third, catalogue number 663, the Downfall Grants Night Stalker for Limousins. And
In our industry, 15. It was the strength cover on our cattle. Place in my opinion, to show cattle off.
bull, 18 months and under. G's.
Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the Wrestling Society of Australia's 2017
First, catalogue number 667, Kalara Monster Wins, exhibited by Elwynvale Limousines. And second, catalogue number 668, Fernvale Maverick, exhibited by Ray Zano. I'll ask our judge, Mr. Graham Wicks, to comment on these bulls.
You've got to admire the power and strength of the bull we've got in top place here. Again, polled, irrelevant to me whether he's black or apricot. The strength of the and power of the bull is adequate for me. I wouldn't like to see him getting any more extreme than he is. The more extreme you get, the more pressure you put on feet and legs, and that's probably an issue we've got to be careful of. But a terrific, powerful bull there in first place. Just the second bull overpowered a little bit by the strength of the bull in first place, but again a useful bull, and the two cows they're not, and it's
Ladies and gentlemen, the senior champion Limousin cow or heifer for 2018 is catalogue number 681, and that's Romarie Mascara, exhibited by Robin Nobbs Romarie Limousines. And the reserve champion is catalogue number 686, Granada Anastasia, exhibited by Goldcrest Limousines. Now, the senior champion is being sashed by Andrew Cooper from CCJ Limousines at Willowbank, and the reserve champion receives a trophy from Genderview Limousines at Kingaroy. That's to be presented by David Evans. Now we also have the distinguished journalist Mr.
You two can hold that together. Yeah.
The cow I've got is my senior champion cow. I believe she's got that real wow factor. She's one of those moderate frame cows that I really like. I think a lot of people thought that I didn't like black cattle. Well, that's not right. I like good cattle, whatever colour they are. And you've presented these cattle extremely well today. I really appreciate that cow. As I said before, she's a very refined cow, doing a job on the calf. She's got a good calf behind her. She's got great suspension ligament that I mentioned before, terrific top line, but she's got that presence about her that says, hey, look at me. And I really appreciate that cow. And that's what just overshadowed her with this other cow, a very practical paddock cow, and doing a fantastic job on the calf. Again, the udder on the cow. Like I said before, I'm not a dairy farmer, but I have always been critical of udders on cows. If you haven't got a decent udder on a cow, you won't rear a calf. But congratulations to those exhibitors. Thank you.
$681 in the ring. Thank you. Receives a trophy donated by the Queensland Limousin breeders, and that will be presented here today by Michael O'Sullivan, who's president of the Australian Limousin Society and a Queensland director. We also have the Elders Shield of Excellence to be presented here today by Blake Munro from Elders Studstock Toowoomba. And Elders have for many years provided the Shields of Excellence for all breeds here throughout the beef judging, and the RNA is most appreciative of their ongoing support. Cow or heifer for 2018 is catalogue number 681, Romery Mascara, exhibited by Robin Nobbs, Romery Limousins. The cow is being sashed by Michael O'Sullivan, president of the Australian Limousin Society and Queensland director, and also the champion receives a trophy contributed by Queensland Limousin breeders, And the Elders Shield of Excellence being presented here this morning by Blake Munro from Elders Studstock Toowoomba. Our judge, Mr. Graham Wicks, will now comment on the cow.
Yes, Robin got away on me before, and I didn't get a chance to comment when she was here. But again, I can't say a whole lot more about this cow other than the fact that she's about to me about the ideal breeding female, and as I said before, not too extreme. Terrific udder on, and I believe will do a fantastic job on that calf. The female is back there behind her is probably the type of female that we had as our second place getter in that other bigger class before, and will grow out to be a very big cow, the more extreme type. But I think a very sweet female too, and congratulations again to those exhibitors.
View, Mr. Pinnacle, exhibited by Gender View Limousin Stud. Our judge, Mr. Graham Wicks, will comment on the bull.
Yeah, terrific, powerful bull, terrific thickness and body of meat there. A bull that I think will do almost any herd a great service. The modern type.
693 and 694 parading, thank you. The senior champion bull receives a trophy donated by Elwyn Vale Limousin Stud from the Darling Downs, and that will be presented here today by Tony. 693, AT Meteor, exhibited by AT Limousins, and the reserve champion is catalogue number 694, Gender View Mr. Pinnacle, exhibited by Gender View Limousin Stud. And I'll now ask our judge, Mr. Graham Wicks, to comment on these bulls.
Industry and animal welfare, and do the job he set out to do. I appreciate the soft muscle pattern of him, and certainly a good exhibit. Congratulations to the exhibitors.
Right, thank you. The Queensland Limousin Breeders Group, and at the same time.
Yeah, I'm doing a story on the champion. Anybody who hasn't won a champion. The two brands. Oh, yes, yes. Was that your phone lady? Yeah.
Good to go.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, the Grand Champion Limousin Bull for 2018 is catalogue number 664, Warrigal Next G, exhibited by Warrigal Limousins. The bull is being sashed by Peter Grant, President of the Queensland Limousin Breeders Group, and we also have Lisa Hedges from Elders Studstock, Toowoomba, presenting the Elders Shield of Excellence on behalf of Elders. The RNA is most appreciative of that ongoing support in the provision of these Shields of Excellence for every beef breed here today. The Grand Champion also receives a trophy sponsored by the Queensland Limousin Breeders Group. Our judge, Mr. Graham Wicks, will now comment on the bull.
My wife calls me a geriatric at times, and she calls me a dinosaur because I don't embrace modern technology. But the two bulls I've got out here are two different types. My more old-fashioned type is the bull behind there, but I've gone for what I would call the more modern type of bull in the front here. And I said before when he came in for the junior, have a look behind this bull. The thickness right down through the hind quarter, the depth of muscle down through the hind quarter, great top line and great fat cover as well. So the combination of the sirey outlook combined with the thickness of flesh, the constitution, the doing ability of the bull, and his conformation have got him there today. Congratulations to the exhibitors. It just does hurt a little bit that it's going south of the border, especially after what's just happened recently, but look, we've got to give them a go. They've got a good team together now, and hopefully they'll win a couple more series. Congratulations.
Thank you, Graham, for those controversial comments. Ladies and gentlemen, we move now to the judging of the Limousin And firstly we have classes, and we have catalogue number
Thank you.
8 months and under 24, bred and owned by the exhibitor, is catalogue number 695. And Wicks to comment on this. Group to parade is class 276, the breeders group, comprising 3 animals of both sexes represented, bred and owned by the exhibitor. All animals must be entered in the catalogue 697 has been withdrawn. Ladies and gentlemen, the result of class 276, the breeders group, comprising 3 animals with both sexes represented, bred and owned by the exhibitor, and all animals entered in the general classes. First is catalogue number 698, exhibited by Genderview Limousin stud, and second is catalogue number 699, exhibited by MK Cattle, and the bulls, or the groups, are being sashed by Sandy O'Sullivan from O'Sullivan's Black Limousines at Lower Mount Walker. I'll ask our judge, Mr. Graham Wicks, to comment on these groups.
Yeah, regardless of, I don't remember what ribbons, what cattle got here, and that's immaterial to me. We're now looking at a group of 3. It's a breeders group, and that changes the dimension of it for mine. And the group I've got on top here are very, to me, quite a functional, practical group of cattle, and I think worthy winners. the bull that leads them is probably a little more extreme than I would normally like to have. The second bull is absolutely on the money and a great heifer behind, but a great combination there. The group in second place, as I said before, these fellas annoy the living daylights out of me with their carcass cattle, because they do have functional, practical cattle at home that are able to grow and get good weight for age, as well as get the cover on their cattle. You can see that by the performance of the bull in the lead there, the carcass characteristics of that, and it follows right through in the females. Unlucky that the group here in the back, the little bull behind there, as I said before, it slipped on the concrete up there and it isn't performing quite so well. But like I did say earlier, a show ring is a very unnatural place for mob cattle, and he probably performed extremely well when he's got a holder of him at home. Thank you very much.
We move now to exhibitor. All animals must be entered in the general classes. So we have catalogue number 700 parading. And the winner of this class will receive a trophy provided by Ulster Limousins at Mergen, and that will be presented here today by Caitlin Beracry from Member Service Executive or Member Services Executive for the Australian Limousin Society. Stakes group is catalogue number 700, exhibited by the Downfall Limousins. Our judge, Mr. Graham Wicks, will now comment on this group.
It's a progeny group, and you can see what the exhibitor is trying to do with his cattle here. They are a credit to him. I really like that heifer at the tail of the crew there. She's a really sweet female, with two very functional, practical bulls in front of her. The sire is doing it. Sire, doing a great job on those cattle. Congratulations, exhibitor. Thank you. I believe that's the last class. Look, I would like to take the opportunity, Michael, to thank the Limousin Society for inviting me here to judge today. It's been a great honour and a privilege, and one that I don't take lightly at all. And as I said before, I'm not sure whether the Limousin Society are forgetful or forgiving, but it is the second time I've been back to do this, and I appreciate the opportunity to do it. I've really enjoyed what I've done. I've loved seeing the cattle that you've put forward. Exhibitors, you've been fantastic to deal with. I've always found you so, and it's been a great pleasure for me to come and do the job. Thank you very much. Thank you to our stewards, and Bill, you and your people here have done a fantastic job. I really appreciate that. It's run very well and smoothly.
how many years, but a long time of picking our team here in Brisbane until just really recently. The success he's had that way, just not himself with his own steers, but on behalf of the society, has just been outstanding. And the job he did here today from the Queensland Limousin brand. So well done, Graham. Thanks very much.